Here's part 12 of my summary of the book of Exodus. We left off in part 11 where the Lord already told Moses that he's going to appear to Moses in a dense cloud on Mount Sinai so the Israelites can hear the Lord talking to Moses and so that they will always put their trust in Moses. Per the Lord's instructions, the Israelites consecrated themselves to the Lord by dedicating 2 days to wash up and prepare themselves for God's holy presence on the third day, even abstaining from sexual relations during those days. The Lord warned the people not to touch the mountain before the blast of the ram's horn, or they will die, and has Moses put up a barrier around the mountain for safety. So on the morning of the third day, the presence of God descended on Mount Sinai in the form of fire. There was thunder, lightning, a thick cloud over the mountain, and smoke from the flames of God billowing up from the mountain like a furnace. The whole mountain trembled violently. The Israelites also trembled in the presence of the Lord. A loud trumpet blasts and grows louder and louder. Then Moses speaks to the Lord. The Lord tells Moses to make sure that the people do not swarm the mountain or force their way through to see the Lord, because if they do, many of them will perish. He says even the priests who approach the Lord must consecrate themselves. Here the Lord is trying to tell Moses that only the most holy people can handle touching or ascending the mountain to approach the holy and righteous presence of God without perishing. Moses plays it safe and says to the Lord, the people can't come up, and reminds the Lord that just a couple days prior, the Lord said to put up boundaries around the mountain and set it apart as holy. So then the Lord tells Moses to just go get Aaron and bring him up the mountain, and says for everyone else to stay back. Then from the mountain, the voice of the Lord spoke these words to the Israelites: I am the Lord your God, who brought you out of Egypt, out of the land of slavery. And the Lord gave the Israelites the 10 commandments. After the Lord had finished giving the 10 commandments to the Israelites, they were so overcome with fear that they trembled and stayed at a distance. And they said to Moses, speak to us yourself and we will listen, but do not have God speak to us or we will die. Moses tells the Israelites to not be afraid, and he says that the fear of God will keep them from sinning. But the people still remained at a distance while Moses again approached the thick darkness where God was. And the Lord honors the people's request for him to speak through Moses. God continues to lay down the law and give the Israelites commands. God commands the Israelites to not make any idols or false gods for themselves. He tells them to build an altar for him and gives them instructions on how to do it. Then God provides rules, restrictions, and regulations on how to properly take care of your servants, rules and laws regarding personal injuries, protection of property, social responsibilities, laws of justice and mercy, and Sabbath laws. Then God declares that 3 times a year the Israelites are to celebrate a festival to him. The festival of unleavened bread, where you eat bread without yeast for a whole week. The festival of harvest, which celebrates the first fruits of your crops. And the festival of ingathering, where you bring in all your crops.